just watching the game. We went down, we scored. Sorry, not we, the Seahawks.
Thank you. I was about to say, did you buy the key to that bandwagon?
No. I am not a bandwagon fan. I'll be the first to say.
All right.
But I will say I'm a homer for the hometown team.
That's fair. Well, this is a homer show.
Yeah.
I mean, Lacey will never bet against the Seahawks. You'll never bet against the Seahawks.
Oh, you'd be surprised. I feel like you would be surprised. But no, the Seahawks went out. We scored early.
Yep.
And who'd they throw the pass to? Jimmy Graham in the red zone. Something we needed
Lacey
to see.
would have been so excited to tell everybody that.
Something we needed to see more of this year, in my opinion, as fans. But on offense, man, Atlanta is just the real deal.
Oh, my.
And Matt Ryan is averaging 9.7 yards per attempt.
Man.
So it's pretty much like every time he throws the ball, they're going to be within a 2nd and 1, and there is so much versatility when it comes to play calling from an offensive perspective. You can either run the ball and get the first down, or get a short stop and have it be 3rd down and 2, 3rd down and short. But they outgained us 422 to 309. Atlanta outgained the Seahawks. And time of possession-wise, Atlanta had 33 minutes, 19 seconds to Seattle's 26 minutes and 41 seconds.
Yeah, that defense on the field a long time, Deej. A long time.
That duo of Devontae Freeman and Tevin Coleman wore the Seahawks down. Mm-hmm. And Julio Jones, they said he had a toe injury, but it didn't really look that way. And after the play that changed the momentum in this game was Devin Hester's punt return, which Kevin Pierre-Louis got called for a holding.
Yeah, here's my thing. Devin Hester was signed
literally
to make 2 big plays on special teams.
Which he did.
That was his job. Literally, that was the
job.
contract. The contract was, we're going to pay you X amount of dollars to come in and return punts.
Yep. And quick update, I think he is going to retire finally.
He did his job.
Yes.
And your penalties got called him all the way back both times. Mm-hmm. If I was him, I'd be so mad. I'd be so mad. So, just a quick update. Just give you the broad strokes here. So, Falcons won 36-20.
Yep.
Dominating on offense. They had 10 more first downs, 10 more passing first downs than the Hawks had. Okay, let's start there.
Total of 28 first downs.
Double the first down from penalties. 50% efficiency from the Falcons. 50% 3rd down efficiency.
And we talk about the penalties.
15 more plays than the Hawks.
Yeah. Penalty-wise, the Seahawks had 7 for 40 yards. That may not seem like much, but when they did, when the penalties came, they came at crucial times, man.
7 penalties for 40 yards by the Hawks. 2 penalties for 10 yards by the Falcons. Let's think here. All those extracurriculars. Hey, Pete, maybe we should get some control of some of those guys on the defensive side of the ball. And I don't know a lot about football. No. All I know is 15's hurt. That's all I know is 15's hurt.
And when you go out, I mean, the Seahawks have been there before. They've been on road playoff games where they haven't shown up. And, I felt like this year was going to be different. This was the year they were going to get over the hump and break that stereotype of, they don't show up for playoff games. But you know what the sad reality is? They didn't. History repeats itself.
Here's the deal. And the O-line, man.
Oh, man.
I might as well put traffic cones out there.
You and me could play O-line for the Seahawks.
Traffic cones. You just put traffic cones. They're going right around him anyways. Who cares?
Russell was running for his life and took a lot of big shots.
2 picks, man.
Hey, man, but he's a winner. He gets to come home to Sierra, as his Instagram post stated. Speaking of Russell, he was 17 for 30 on Saturday with a total of 225 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks.
Turnovers are
58 QBR.
58.
That's bad.
I think
75 quarterback
Tim
rating.
Tebow's recorded a few better QBRs than that in his career. 58 is ridiculous.
But, I mean, a lot of that does come down to the O-line. And we talked about running the ball and how important that was going to be. Seattle averaged in the regular season 99 yards per game. This game, they got 101 total
Thomas
rushing
Rawls
yards.
was beautiful. Kid can run the ball. He's running back for the next 3 years.
But when you get stuck down, you can't run the ball. You can't control the game. They just lost control early on.
The Seahawks fell into a fatal flaw.
Yep.
they signed a bunch of young guys from free agencies.
George Fant had never played.
Yeah, they signed a bunch of young guys from free agency like 3 years ago, right?
Yep.
They drafted a bunch of no names.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, they became superstars.
Mm-hmm.
Then they had to pay them all. Okay. Then Russell Wilson from Wisconsin turns into this guy who we all have come to love and adore, and up here in the Pacific Northwest, got to pay him, right?
And Russ, we trust.
Then you go waste a couple $10 million on Percy Harvin, who does nothing for you. Then you go
a couple first-round draft picks.
Yeah. Then you go waste money on Jimmy Graham, who you really didn't need, and then
they don't use him.
Yeah, then you got to pay Doug Baldwin because the guy's your most competent, consistent receiver. Who does that leave no money for?
The O-line.
The O-line. You put all your money into the defense and all your money building your offense outside in, and then you have no money once you get to the 6 most important guys on the field. No money.
They compared the Falcons' defensive payroll to the Seahawks. The Seahawks, I think it was around $63 million. I could be wrong.
The Seahawks have the lowest paid offensive line in the NFL, and it shows.
And even they're down there with the lowest paid offense.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, they have a bunch of wideouts on the rookie minimum.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the NFL.
By the way, speaking of wideouts, Paul Richardson, man.
Oh, my word.
He had another great game.
Paul Odell Richardson.
4 catches for 83 yards, 20.8 average.
Hey, that kid
with
can,
a long
that kid can flat
40.
out play. That kid can flat out play.